Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
Welcome to a Wednesday episode of YSN Live. It is January 28th, 2026. The only one you're going to get. So you got to make it great. And we are going to make this one great on this show because like every Wednesday during the winter, it's my good friend Gary Altizer as my sidecar for Wrestling Wednesdays. We are on episode, I believe, 6 throughout the year. Gary, here we are, gearing towards February, and well, actually, we were in it. This is the last week of January.
Yep, February's coming. The last season, the last month of the regular season before you head to the postseason. It's here, and I don't know about you, but with this weather being like it is, it's really changing things up and causing a little bit of a stir here at the end of the season.
Yeah, you said it, Gary. If someone out there is living under a rock, I don't know how you would be, but the weather lately in this valley has been brutal, cold, snowy. We had a snowstorm. Now we're hit with this, polar vortex kind of cold that is not going anywhere. It looks like anytime soon, according to our friends at Storm Tracker 21. It has hindered the ability to have games, whether it be basketball. Wrestling was really hindered this weekend as well. Practices, I'm sure, are also hard to come by for wrestling and basketball and all that fun stuff. Gary, what are some challenges like a winter storm like this bring? I know we haven't had one like this in a long time, but we've definitely had our share of weather. For you as a coach, what kind of challenges on the wrestling side does it bring with you?
Well, the transportation is the first thing. Just getting the kids to practice. It's not easy when, you got this much snow. I think we got 16 or 17 inches where I live, and it was just tough to get out. Not only that, with this bitter cold, I'm hearing on Friday we're going to have -10, -11 at some point during the day. Where I live, where I coach, it's a small town, a lot of walkers. We have to take those kids into consideration. We don't want them going out in that kind of cold. So there are a lot of challenges. Getting the kids there, making sure that they're safe. Those are the main two things. And if we can't do that, we don't have practice. But if we can get them there and they can be safe, we'll have practice with as many kids as we can. There are some that live out of town, and when school is canceled, there are some kids that live out of town that can't get to practice because the bus is their way to school. We've talked about this before, but those are the main challenges when it comes to practice, is just getting the kids into the facilities and then making sure that they can get home as well.
How much do you rely on older kids / coaches to kind of be the carpool and be like, hey, this kid doesn't have a ride, maybe you can pick him up and maybe you can find him a way to get to practice?
Yeah, everybody chips in. Like I told you, all of our coaches are part-time Uber drivers. But when it comes to the roads and when the roads are not safe, we definitely don't want any of the other kids going to pick up their teammates. So if the roads are bad, we're not going to have practice. And if we do, I don't like the kids driving to pick up, other kids. It's just not. It's not safe. One day of practice isn't going to, it's not going to hurt to miss a day to err on the side of safety. But if the roads are fine, yeah, we all pitch in as much as we can. Moms and dads as well. They're taking their kids and maybe picking up other kids on the way.
Before we recap the small dose of wrestling that we got over the weekend with the weather, one of the things that just came to mind, when there's a snow day and there's no practice, for other sports, I know the drills that you can do at home. You can work on ball handling at home. For basketball, of course, there's so much stuff you can do on your own. What are some things that you tell your players that they can do on their own at home for wrestling if they have the space to do it? What are some things or drills or workouts they can do during snow days when there's no practice?
Well, if they've got the room and they've got a mat set up somewhere or somewhere they can do something, sure, they can shadow drill. They can practice the movements by themselves. If they want to just keep their shape, keep their cardio, they can run on a treadmill. If they've got weights, they can lift weights. There's a lot of things you can do at home. You can even do things without any of that. You can do push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, whatever, keeping your shape, keeping your weight down, those kind of things. If you're trying to do that, there are a lot of things that you can do at home. Setting up a mat, maybe in the basement, garage, wherever would be ideal. And if you've got a sibling close to your size, practicing moves with them or dad would be great.
Get dad down here. Come on. Come on. Finally an excuse. I have no one else to drill against, dad.
There you go.
Got to get on the mat. You got to put your money where your mouth is all the time when you're coaching.
Absolutely.
Gary, like I said, we did have a little dose of wrestling over the weekend. The big weekend for Fitch. They not only hosted, but they also won. Talk about the Hepner and what are the big results from that?
Fitch won the tournament. They won it pretty comfortably. I think they were 70 or 80 points ahead of second place. And Howland, I think, was the next closest YSN school. I believe they came in seventh place. So there was a bunch of teams. I think there were 30 teams there. A lot of good competition and a lot of guys wrestling each other that may have rematches in districts or even the state tournament. So it was another good weekend. It was good to see that they got things off. I know that tournament is not easy to organize. It's not easy to find the volunteers and to get the officials scheduled. So there were a lot of tournaments that canceled over the weekend. So it was nice to see them come through and be able to put that on.
Not only was it a big weekend for Fitch as a team, of course, they got the win, but also two of their wrestlers got to that milestone that we try to shout out every chance we get. Every time we get notified that a wrestler got to 100 wins, we like to give them some limelight, and two of them for Fitch over the weekend. Our guest today, Noah Bolin, got 100 wins, and then his teammate, who was on the big dogs list last week, Chase Kimball, also got 100 wins. So congratulations to those two on those milestones. And we can't wait to talk to Noah in a little bit at about 12:15 about what that moment was like for him. We also had Louisville have a pretty successful weekend, right, when they went down to Green.
Yeah. Louisville came home with the championship at the Green High School Bulldog Brawl. And there were some really good teams at this tournament. Canfield was in fifth place. These schools, just these names: Louisville, Wayndale, Walsh Jesuit, Elyria, Canfield, Indian Valley, Massillon, Perry, Woodridge, Avon, and Glen Oak. That's the top 10. Kenston 11th. The teams here were no joke. That is a really, really tough tournament. Louisville beat Wayndale, which is one of the best teams in Division III. Really, a team that is in the top 3-4 teams in Division III at the state tournament and the state duels every year. They came out, squeaked ahead of them 300 to 296. So that one came right. That had to have come down. In fact, let me see what. So there was a heavyweight 5th and 6th place match where a Louisville kid pinned his opponent in overtime. That was probably, I don't know if it came down to that. That might have been the 4 points that put them over the top. So it could have come down to the heavyweight match, to that 5th and 6th place match, because you get 2 points for a pin, 1 point for advancement at the consolation level, and then whatever bonus points you get for 5th place. So that was probably worth 4 or 5 points right there. So it could have been Xander McCroby. He pinned Brandon Walters from Waynedale, 6:45 in overtime. So a full match is 6 minutes. They went to overtime. He did that and basically brought his team home the championship.
Wow, that's the equivalent of a buzzer beater. That's pretty much as exciting as it gets. That you come down to the heavyweight, you're going to overtime. Your team needs it. It's literally on the line, and you pull it through. Congratulations to Louisville on the big win, Gary. When you think about what's coming up, because we're gonna be getting you out after the interview because you have to leave at 12:30. I know the weather is kind of tentative. Is there anything that might happen this weekend or in the next week before we get back together?
Well, I don't know the exact day. EOWL is coming up down this way. I think Buckeye Local has a tournament coming up. And then, we've talked about this. Once you get into this last week, January, the beginning of February is when the conference and league tournaments come up. I believe the EOWL is the next big one that we've got coming. And then you've got, the MVAC, and all of the Buckeye 8, all of those are coming up here real soon. And then we have our home tournament, the Buck Bailey, coming up the 14th. But this weekend, off the top of my head, I don't know if it's EOWL is this weekend or next, but that's the next big one.
We know that when basketball games get canceled, of course, especially if they're conference games, they have to be rescheduled. They have to find little dates for that to happen. What's rescheduling wrestling like? Obviously, you have to get your duels in. You have responsibilities. You have to get your reps in. But you can't reschedule a tournament probably. Like if a tournament goes down, they're not going to be like, well, let's just have everyone kind of come back next weekend because there might not be all those teams available again next weekend. I imagine it's really hard to just bump a tournament up a week. So what are some ways that you try to find replacement reps and try to make up wrestling matches that you lose?
First thing, the EOWL tournament is this weekend coming up, so that's the big one that's coming up.
Journalism.
What's that?
So journalism, that's what we do.
That's it. I checked real quick. It is coming up this weekend, 30th, 31st. You can't reschedule a tournament for like the next weekend because you've got your schedule done 6 months, a year ahead of time. So no, when a tournament is canceled, it's canceled. So how do you replace those matches? You try to find tournaments that are later on in the season. I know with ours being 2 weeks before sectionals, the Buck Bailey's on the 14th this year, we get a lot of teams that contact us late in the last couple weeks. Hey, we had a tournament canceled. We got points left. Can we send kids to you guys? You can try to do that. Or if you've got, if it's an all-day, one-day tournament, that's 2 points. You try to get in duels or tries where you're wrestling 1 or 2 or even quads where you're wrestling 3 other teams. Teams will try to get together and put together something so that they can get the matches in to keep their kids, on pace, keep them fresh, and keep them going. But when we get to later in the year, there are a lot of teams that say, you know what, we're going to take this time and we're going to heal up, we're going to rest, and we're going to be fresh for, our league tournaments and our sectional tournaments. So a couple of different ways you can do it.
Marky Stancor, who is a good friend of the show, left a comment. Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what it means. There might have a typo in there. He says, what is we getting Big Red on? Maybe he means when are we getting the Big Red on? Well, Marky, Steubenville is not yet YSN school, but very good at wrestling and
yes.
Dominant at wrestling. We'd love for them to be a YSN school.
That would be fun. Yes.
If they do sign on and they want to come on and be a YSN school, we'd love to have them be a part of Wrestling Wednesday. Someone that is a part of Wrestling Wednesday is our special guest today from Austintown Fitch, the second wrestler we've had from Fitch. We had one on the girls' side, Reagan Koch, a couple weeks back, and now we go to the boys' side. One of their newest members of the 100 Point Club, the big man, the one that everyone fears in the area, Noah Bolin, coming to us. Noah, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me today.
So let's get right
to
to
it.
Here.
Was Marky talking about and they call you Big Red?
Yeah, they do call me Big Red sometimes.
Got it. There it is. Marky asking, you shall receive. They should have known that. Noah, let's get right to it, though. Let's ask about this 100-win milestone. You got it over the weekend. Must have felt amazing. Go through the emotions of that and what it felt like to finally get that goal accomplished.
Yeah, it was a big accomplishment for me. I've been working towards that for a while, and it felt great to finally achieve it. Uh, so when I was about to get my 100 wins, everyone knew about it except for my dad. We hid it from him, and then right when I got it, they ran out with the poster, and it was a surprise for him too. So that was pretty funny as well.
That had to be a great feeling for you and your family, especially your dad. So let me ask you this first: have you always wrestled heavyweight?
Yeah, I've been a heavyweight since like second grade.
Okay. Uh, so what are you weighing now?
I'm sitting around like 280 right now.
Okay, so you're right up there, right near the top. Have you grown into that weight, or have you always been up, 270, 280s?
Yeah, I definitely grew into the weight. Freshman year, I was about like 245.
Oh yeah.
So
So you got 35 extra pounds on now.
yeah,
And when you come in as a freshman, when you're a freshman wrestling heavyweight, you're wrestling grown men. You're
yeah,
not getting a lot of other freshmen that weight class. So you've been in that weight class all 4 years. How does it feel being a senior now? You're the older guy. Tell me
yeah.
the
It
difference
feels
between that and your freshman year.
it feels great because I feel like I'm like up there strength wise with everybody. Like being younger as a freshman, it was hard to hang with some of the big guys. They're a lot stronger, so I had to like have better technique and stuff like that. But it's nice to have the technique along with like the strength. Definitely helps out a lot.
Yeah, you're forced to learn the technique when you're not as strong. You've got to learn how to wrestle. The guys that are bigger and stronger than you. So that's a good way to put it.
Marky, we know that on the comments he's saying that you're a dog, man, and you are. I know 100 wins was one of your goals this year, Noah. Um, what other goals did you have? What were some other goals that you set out for yourself this year? What were some things you wanted to accomplish before you graduated?
Well, the main goal is to go to the state and place there. So that's what I've been working towards all 4 years, and that's definitely my top goal right now.
Okay. Every week we ask this. I don't know how much it pertains to you. I don't know if you're cutting any weight, but heavyweights get a really unique experience when it comes to making weight. A lot of them don't have to cut anything, but everybody likes after they weigh in to go and grab something to eat. What is it that you go for after you weigh in? Your go-to or your perfect meal that you would like to have once you step off the scale, you go back and relax in the stands.
Yeah, well, most times, but like when we have weigh-ins, I'll eat a big breakfast before, so I don't really get yeah, I don't really get that hungry. But throughout the wrestling day, I'll eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or like some fruit. That's pretty much about all I eat. I don't
You
like to
Most
eat a
said,
popular
lot when I'm
answer for
wrestling.
us. Yeah.
yeah, you said big breakfast before though. What's your big breakfast?
It just depends, honestly. I eat some leftovers sometimes, or like I'll eat like bacon and eggs like a normal good breakfast. Just depends.
When you are on the mat and it's go time, everyone has kind of we've talked to so many, everyone has a different mental kind of routine they go through to get themselves in that zone. What are some things that you do to get yourself locked in when it's go time?
I like to listen to music and I like to walk back and forth, like warm my body up, stretch, just get in my own head, get myself prepared.
What are some tunes that are on that playlist that are getting you in that zone?
I like some classic songs like Rooster,
Mm-hmm.
Alice in the Chains. I like some rap music too, so I got some variety on there, just like some upbeat,
Right.
something to get me hyped.
So, no, every great wrestler has a good drilling partner or partners. Now's your chance to give a shout out to your teammates. Who is it that you go to in the room that helps push you, that helps to make you better? Whether it's a teammate, an alumni, or a coach, who's your go-to guy?
Well, my main drilling partner right now is our 215 X. It's his second year wrestling, but he's turned into a dog. He's a real strong kid, so he helps me get ready for them strong heavyweights. And I drill with our other heavyweight. He's a sophomore sometimes as well. And then some of the coaches I wrestle with too.
All right, now we get to talk about your future endeavors, and we know that you have some big news that you dropped not too long ago on social media about what you're going to be doing after you graduate. For anyone that doesn't know, I want to give you that kind of moment to tell everyone where you'll be going and what you'll be doing after high school.
Yeah, I committed to West Liberty University. I'm going to play football there. So
Let's go.
I'm excited about that.
Good
Let's
job.
go, West Lib. Great school. What made the decision that for you? What were some things that kind of leaned you towards that school and that university and that program?
Well, they got a great coaching staff there, and their facilities are like extremely nice. Their weight room's really nice, and they gave me a great offer I couldn't pass up.
Was it hard to pick between wrestling and football? Like I'm sure you probably had an opportunity to maybe do both. What made football the one that you wanted to go for?
Yeah, it was hard to pick. I kind of wanted to wrestle, but I feel like I don't know. I love both, but I got a great offer for football,
Right.
and I don't want to split my time between two sports. I'd rather just focus on one, become great at it. So
Yeah, that's a great school. There's a lot of kids from down this way who head to West Lib, and everybody says the same thing. Those facilities, especially for the size of that school, is really, really nice. So I looked into some of your results last year. You went to districts. I believe you won your first match, but you weren't able to get through to the state tournament. Are you feel like you're better mentally prepared this year to go get on that stage and get yourself to Columbus?
yeah, I'm definitely a lot better prepared this year. Last year, I just wasn't as focused in my matches as I should have been. Like relaxed at the wrong time and then got caught a couple times. That's what happened in both my matches. But
Yeah.
I just gotta focus and wrestle hard the whole match. I think that's what I've got to change this year.
You're a senior now, which means you're a leader in that room for all the younger guys. I want to know first what that's like for you, but then also who were the guys that kind of taught you how to do that when you were younger and you were kind of coming up in the program?
I just like to keep the people motivated. Like even the kids that aren't starting, gotta like tell them, keep them up, like keep them working hard because eventually they're gonna get there too. Like I got my brother's wrestling. He's doing good for himself. He has a good record on JV as a freshman. And the guys that kind of got me where I'm at, I'd say Marky's a big guy, great mindset. He got me like mentally prepared a lot, and I used to drill with him a lot too. And then Devin Phillips, one of our captains last year, he was a good leader. Yeah, that's about all for now.
Fitch has a great tradition. You guys do good year after year. You've got a full room. I'm sure your room is, filled elbow to elbow with wrestlers there. What do you think one of the reasons that is so popular there and that you guys have done so well?
We got great coaches. They teach us well. Like it's a good environment to be around. A lot of people like they see we have success usually, and I feel like we keep a good like team chemistry in the room.
You don't have a program like that without bringing new people on and getting interest in the sport, like Gary said. So what's your sales pitch to wrestling, to someone that maybe hasn't tried it before, wants to get into it? What are some reasons why you think people should give wrestling a shot if they're not doing anything else in the winter?
Yeah, I'm always trying to get new people to wrestle. I just feel like wrestling teaches you a lot of lessons and gets you tougher. And then if you don't want that out of it, you're getting shape either way. Get your body toned, stronger. It's just a great mental sport as well as physical. And I feel like everyone should try wrestling if they're not doing nothing at least.
Last question from me. So you're talking about your drill partner. You're talking about Xavier Mayo, right? Is that
Yeah.
his name? Him only being a second year wrestler. I didn't realize that. That's pretty crazy. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
His record's good, and I've seen some of the kids he's wrestled and beat or been close with. So when you're out talking to people in the school and telling them to come out. When you get a guy like that coming in as just a new wrestler last year, you can't help but have a good room. You feel like you're pushed every single day in that room to get better?
Yeah, for sure. I push myself a lot as well. I feel like me and my drill partners, I'm always pushing them to go harder, and they push me harder, and that makes me better. I'm definitely proud of X though, because he came a long way. I just been trying to teach him like technique and stuff, and he's got the athleticism to get better. So he really like focuses on what I'm telling him and learns it, and it shows. So
Noah, we end these the same way every time, no matter who we're talking to, what athlete we're talking to. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself a little bit, shine on the people in your life that mean the most to you. So I want to give you the chance to give out some shout outs, some thank yous to the people that you think really deserve it.
yeah, well, I'd like to thank both of my parents. They're definitely play a huge part in where I'm at, and my dad, he's not missed anything my whole wrestling career, so he's been at every single thing. He's a wrestling fanatic, that's a fact. And my mom, she's always there to support me as well. Always feeds me well and like make sure I'm feeling good. And my coaches, of course, they taught me a ton, got me to where I'm at, and then like the teammates that helped me as well. Like it's great to have a great team that supports me, and we could hang out. And my girlfriend as well, she is always supporting me. So, and my little brother, lastly.
Can't leave him out.
He's doing good.
He might pin you if you leave him out of the thank you.
Yeah.
Noah, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it, man. We love what you're doing. We are proud of you and proud of the 100 wins, and I'm sure you are too. Thanks for the time. Good luck the rest of the year. We can't wait to see you again real soon.
Thank you. See you guys.
See ya.
From Austin Town Fitch, Big Red, Noah Bolin coming on. I was so confused. It was like, we talk about Stupidville. I don't know what to do.
That's what I thought too. Like Marky must know somebody from down there, but as soon as he come on the screen, I
good connection.
Talking about. Yeah.
Yep. Should have known that. Should have put that together sooner. That's why I'm not the everyday host. Gary, we're about to let you go because you only have 12:30. So what we're going to do, even though we're going to have a little bit of time after you leave, we're going to go ahead and do the Spark now to make sure you get one. The Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, a great sponsor for YSN. They are everything electrical. You can find them at DickeyElectric.com. All right, Gary, what are you feeling today? What's your spark?
This morning I had to get up early and head out to a doctor's appointment I had, and it got me to thinking. When it comes to schools and these kids, the unsung heroes here are the maintenance guys and ladies, the people who get up early that are out shoveling these walkways for the kids, the bus drivers, people like that who are making sure that the kids are getting to school on time, that they're getting there safe, and they're outside in this weather, dealing with the conditions and the temperature that's out there. Even though a lot of schools canceled today, it still got me to think about times like this where school isn't canceled, and what would we do without people out there plowing the parking lot, shoveling the walkways, the people to get up at 5 a.m. and get on the buses to get the buses warmed up, and driving the kids to school and getting them there safely. So my spark is everybody like that who makes sure our kids are safe.
Now, I know there are some schools that still have some snowbank issues and some trying to get the parking lot cleared. But I'll tell you what, if it was just the snow from Monday, there'd be a lot of schools that were not canceled today because of the hard work that people are putting in, and some volunteers that are coming out and helping get driveways and parking lots cleared. I think there'd be a lot of schools still open if it wasn't for that. Unfortunately, the snow came with extremely cold temperatures, and I think a couple of schools that I saw put out a great kind of this breakdown of why they're canceling it, because there are people that are kind of rumbling like, oh, I can't believe school's canceled again, it's just cold. Well, it's not just cold, it's like dangerously cold. And you like you said in Wellsville, true other places too, a lot of walkers out there that have to walk to school. They can't necessarily do that when it's -11 outside for a wind chill. So unfortunately, schools have to cancel, and I know that's a little bit of a burden on parents out there, but safety comes first. My spark for the day, just in case I won't be here tomorrow, it's still up in the air. I have to. If there's school, there's a noon game that I'll be at, so DJ will take tomorrow's show. And tomorrow's show is going to be kind of focused on Donnie Farron and what he's going through and what they're going to do for him at South Range on Friday for the benefit game. I think Pat Carden's going to be on the show tomorrow, the boys basketball coach at South Range. I'm a South Range alum. I've known Donnie for a while. He went to school with my cousin Eddie. So we've been, our families have been, locked at the hip, forced together at South Range for a long time. So if I'm not on the show tomorrow, I wanted to make sure that I give a little bit of time to say, love Donnie, love what he's been to South Range, and man, we're praying for him and his family, and we hope that he can get through this dark time that cancer can bring. And we know that they're going to talk about it more tomorrow on the show and the benefit game for him. Hopefully by Friday we're out of this tundra. I don't know if we will be, but if we are, we hope that we can go down to the Filler Dome and have that benefit purple game and a purple out for Donnie Farron on Friday. So that's my spark today. Gary, thank you for your time. Wrestling Wednesday, always great, always high quality, and you're a big reason why. We appreciate it. We'll see you next Wednesday, buddy.
Thanks, Anthony. We'll see you.
All right, we do have a couple of things to guys kind of go before the end of the show. We did have some scores last night. I want to get to them because it feels like we haven't touched sports in a while. We had 6 final scores come through from last night. There was teams that were able to play. We'll start with Howland going to Warren Harding. This is the one that we got the stat report for, so we can speak a little bit more well-educated on exactly what happened throughout the day. But Howland's offense was real balanced, and they got the season sweep of Warren Harding. Remember the first time they played, very controversial buzzer beater that got Howland the victory in the final seconds. This time it was close again. Didn't need a buzzer beater, though. 48-43 was the final. But like I said, very balanced offense. You had 5 players with at least 7 points in the game. 13 points was the leading scorer, and that was Luca Naples scoring 13. Right behind him in double figures was Jackson Mickle with 10. You had 8 points apiece from Carter Saul and Dimitri Gentis, and then Tashawn Fambro finished with 7. So a very balanced offense for Howland. That's what you need in that kind of game. When it's low-scoring defensive, 48-43, it really helps to have multiple people chip in, because usually those low-scoring games are because a defense is locking down on a really good player that can't really find a consistent rhythm. So when that happens, other guys have to step up, and for Howland last night, that definitely happened. Someone who is not slowing down, though, was Isaiah Lance from Lakeview, as the Bulldogs got the win last night over Niles. Isaiah Lance had 22 points at halftime. Put on a show. I think, that might have been enough to get him on Big Dogs. You'll have to watch. The winners of last week just got announced. Want to congratulate them. We had Kaylee Wilkes from Girard get the W in girls basketball. We had Jason Pratt from United get the win in boys basketball as well. And then from the wrestling side, we had Grace Bates from West Branch get the win. That's 2 girls in a row getting wins in wrestling pole. So we'll have another batch of all 3 sports coming out later today, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. Soon is what I'll say, soon. And you never know. You could see Isaiah Lance on that list. You just have to watch to our socials and find out, because he had a big day last night. In the nick of time, we usually put our polls together on Wednesdays. So in the nick of time on a Tuesday, Isaiah Lance gets the dub. Tonight, let's look at the schedule, see what we still have standing. If you are out there and you know that a game is canceled, please don't hesitate to let us know on socials or email us. It is always better for us to be overeducated and already know something but be told it than to not know it and then send an announcer to an empty school. We never want that to happen. So if you know a game is canceled or postponed, I should say, make sure to let us know on social media. because we would like to know. Right now, as far as broadcasting goes, we still have a rematch of last year's regional final. Brush and Hoban is happening. They have moved that back to a 6 o'clock start. It was slated for 7, but now there will not be a JV game. It'll be 6 o'clock varsity only for Brush and Hoban. Very excited about this matchup. Like I said, it's a rematch of last year's regional final in the Canton Fieldhouse. I was at that game. Very close game. Hoban felt like they had it. Felt like they had it down the stretch. Brush made some plays, got the win. Heartbreaker for Hoban. But this will be a big kind of just weight off the shoulders if they can get this win tonight and feel like we can let that go. We can finally know that it's a new season and do some big things for themselves this time around. We also have right now on the network, Canfield at Fitch is still happening. That's a 6:15 start at Fitch. That is a round 2 as well. Canfield won the first matchup at Canfield. Pretty close for most of the game. I think at the end, Canfield ran away with it. We also have Louisville in action tonight on the girls' side as Mooney comes to town. Rob Johnson will have that call. So as of right now, if nothing else gets canceled, we'll have 3 games on the network tonight. Some games that we know are canceled already. St. John against Badger, the doubleheader with the boys and girls. That has been nixed. We know that West Branch and Salem has been nixed on the girls' side. South Range is no longer going to Hubbard on the girls' side. On the boys' side, once again, the doubleheader between St. John and Badger. East Liverpool at Boardman has been postponed as well. Wrestling, we know that Louisville and Beaver Local were supposed to get together today. That would have been a really good matchup. That has been postponed. We do have a makeup date for that one. It is moved to February 13th. I don't think we have a makeup date on the basketball games today that have been postponed. So as of now, those are the ones that we know about. Once again, as of now, we also have 3 games that will be on the network tonight. And again, please, if you do know about a game that has been postponed due to weather, please don't hesitate to let us know. It is way better for us to be overeducated than it is for us to not know what's going on and send an announcer to an empty school that is not happening. Let's see. Move to 211 tentatively. That's from Rob. I'm trying to see what he is. Rob, are you talking about the wrestling? Because we haven't moved to 213. Let me know if you don't get another comment in. Oh, he has a comment up there. Okay, Mooney got postponed. I didn't look at all the comments. My bad. Mooney at Louisville girls postponed, tentatively moved to February 11th. Live on the show, we got breaking news. Thank you, Rob, for that. We appreciate you, buddy. Boys Grand Valley at Fairport is on. Thank you, Coach Turk. We appreciate that. So they are going to Fairport. We'd love to have it. Fairport's on a YSN school. Hard for us to get broadcast at non-YSN schools. So unfortunately, that might not add to our broadcast schedule, but we love having games that are happening. So great to hear that one. Rob, thank you for that update as well on Louisville Cardinal Mooney. For that's the show, man. That is the show. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Stay warm, everybody. It is cold outside. I would venture not go outside unless you have to, because it's not something that you want to just kind of, hey, let's go see how cold it is. Is it really? Yes, it's very cold. So it's one of those ones where unless you really need to go outside, probably shouldn't. And make sure you enjoy the day with your family. If you do have a game out there, support your athletes, because we have coaches and buses and players venturing out in the cold. So they definitely deserve your support. So if you do have a game going on, make sure to get out and support these kids and these athletes that are kind of braving the weather to get to their games and get games in. For myself, I want to remind everybody that we will be better tomorrow, like we always say. And may the sports be with you, everybody. We're going to have some fun. We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe me and DJ. Definitely DJ. We'll see if that noon game at Champion is happening. If it is, I won't be here. If it isn't, I'll pop in with you guys, and we'll have some fun talking to members of the South Range Athletic room about Donnie Farron. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.